Audio, right there. Okay, board's up.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders to get this second half underway after the kickoff just a moment ago. It's going to be Justin Dotson on the quarterback keep. He's going to run around the far side, and he's going to be brought down for no gain on the play. Make that about 2 yards on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 8, and there's a timeout for a injured lumberjack on the field. It looks like it's Alex DeJesus who is the injured player. So we'll see how the Lumberjacks and Raiders regroup here as the Raiders have a 15-0 lead here with 11:42 left to go in this third quarter of action, getting the second half underway. We'll see what the Lumberjacks and Raiders do here as Alex DeJesus is withering in pain right now down around the 25-yard line.
Momentarily, as we wait on things to clear up down here on the field and as they check on Mr. DeJesus, I do want to mention that we have had some streaming issues, some issues with the live broadcast today, electronic things going on, trying to sync everything up with Facebook and YouTube, so we do apologize for that. I know our broadcast hasn't had the commercials and things that it normally does. We've been troubleshooting all of this and working on it in the halftime. We believe we have it all fixed. So once again, just want to apologize and let you know that we have been working on it, and we think we have it worked out. So here in the second half should be back up to our standard, our usual quality.
Thank you all for bearing with us as we deal with these technical issues. Just like to thank you all again for bearing with us with all the troubleshooting that we've been doing throughout the duration of the night. So we really appreciate y'all. And again, we just apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. So both teams heading back out onto the field as they're helping Alex DeJesus come off the field, the senior defensive lineman, as he's limping off the field, getting assistance from Doc Waters as well as another assistant coach for Diboll as we're awaiting the referee signal to resume play. 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. And the shotgun set is Judson Dotson with 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. We'll go ahead and get play started. 2nd and 8 from their own 27-yard line. They're moving right to left. Dotson with the RPO. He's going to connect with his receiver who's going to break free, and he's going to make another cut around Jackson Taylor. It's down at the 20, the 15, one man to beat. He's going to be slammed down at the 8-yard line. Huge gain on the play for the Raiders as the ball is going to be spotted 1st and goal after the big pass from Judson Dotson to his to his target, Jalen Gardner.
That's going to be that same play action, just hit that seam right up the middle from the tight end there. And I guess that's going to be West Rusk's answer to Diboll's linebackers crashing down so hard to shut down the running game.
So 1st and goal for the Raiders. They're going to go with the empty backfield look. 4 receivers to the right. Dotson was looking for the screen, and he's going to connect with Gunnar Harp for the 3rd time this evening for another touchdown for the Raiders. Make that a hat trick for Gunnar Harp.
Unfortunately, trip set there to the right. Harp looked like a slant route, and looked like Diboll may have actually got a hand on that football as it just kind of fluttered out there into the end zone, but no one was around Harp. He's all by himself, and quick touchdown right there. Quick score for West Rusk coming out of halftime, and hole just dug a little deeper here for the Lumberjacks.
The extra point try is up, and it is good. So right off the bat, the Raiders march down the field and get a touchdown pass from Judson Dotson to Gunnar Harp, the third time they connect this evening with 11:15 left to go in this third quarter of action to get things started, as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Diboll Lumberjack Athletics for over 30 years. From the Lumberjack Cups of the 90s and the touchdown footballs of the 2000s, Terrell Insurance has been there for the Jacks. Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Lumberjack fans off the field as well. For all of your insurance needs, visit Terrell Insurance in Diboll.
(22-0) is our new score after Judson Dotson connected with Gunnar Harp for 8-yard touchdown pass with 11:15 remaining in this third quarter of action from Lumberjack Stadium. See if the Jacks can answer back with two return men back deep to receive. It's Ty Jones on the near side around the 17-yard line. On the far side around the 11-yard line is Tyrese McMillan. West Rusk's kicker is going to be a high squib kick, and it will be fair caught at the 32-yard line by Joseph Parrish, and that's where the Lumberjacks will set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, unfortunate out. Defense gave up the quick score there, but, it's a game of adjustments. West Rusk done a great job here towards the end of the second quarter, and now coming right out after halftime, making the adjustment with that little quick pass off the play action and pulling Diboll's linebackers up and dropping that pass to the tight end directly behind them. So it'll be interesting to see how Diboll responds. They really, this is it right here. You really need to drive down and score a touchdown here and get back in this football game.
1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks from their own 33-yard line. Carlos Sanchez in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Xander Arambula, who's going to get stopped for a loss on the play to bring up 2nd down to the 32-yard line.
Penetration right there. West Rusk, defensive end, immediately in the backfield on the handoff to the left side from the gun, and just nowhere for Xander to go there. Two West Rusk defensive linemen in the backfield. So loss of one on the play, and Diboll starting kind of behind the chains here on the first drive of the second half.
Lumberjacks breaking the huddle. 2nd down and 11 for the Jacks. Sanchez in the pistol. Arambula lined up behind him. 2 receivers lined up to his left. It's going to be another direct handoff to Xander. He spins off a would-be tackler. And then coming in to do cleanup duty is Chris Sanchez making the stop. And it'll be another loss of about 2 on the play for the Jacks. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
Once again, Diboll's offensive line just not able to keep those Raiders out of the backfield, and nowhere for Xander to go there in the first half. He was really kind of the bright spot for the offense with his kind of quick runs and being able to get through the line of scrimmage. But early in the second half, West Rusk seems to have keyed in on him quite a bit here.
3rd down and 11 for the Lumberjacks. 2 receivers lined up to the right. Sanchez dropping back to pass. He's looking to his left over the head of Jackson Taylor, and there's the late flag. Looks like the West Rusk defender was all over him.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to throw the flag there. The pass did sail a little bit high, but pretty clear that the West Rusk defender got there early and kind of went through Taylor's backside to get to try and break up the football. But with the pass being high, I was wondering if they were going to actually call a pass interference there or not. But 2 referees dropped flags there. It's going to be an automatic 1st down for Diboll, which they desperately needed here early in the first half.
So what would have been a 3 and out is going to instead be a 1st down, and it'll move the chains for the Lumberjacks after they spot this ball. Again, 22-0 is your score. West Rusk ahead of the Diboll Lumberjacks with 9:41 left to go in this third quarter of action. I'd like to thank you all for listening in on Facebook Live and on YouTube. As you know, you can engage with us through the live chat on YouTube, and if you want to leave a comment on Facebook or on either Facebook or YouTube so we can shout you out, please let us know and do so. So it's 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks from their own 42-yard line. The dollar down marker is still reading 3, and now they got it switched up. On 1st and 10, Carlos Sanchez is going to look to the near side and connect with Aiden Morris on the hitch route for a really good gain of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Nice hands there by Morris. A little quick quick stop route right there, and Sanchez makes a strong throw all the way outside the numbers on the near side, but it was a little bit outside. Morris does a nice job securing that ball with his hands and trying to turn upfield for a quick 8-yard gain. Sets up 2nd and short here for Diboll.
2nd and short for the Lumberjacks right at midfield. There's a 2 receiver set to the left. Sanchez, the 3-step drop. He's looking to the right side for Morris again, just in and out of his hands. And the pass is going to come up incomplete as it was Judson Dotson laying the lumber on Morris, and he's slow to get up.
Woo! Back in the day, we used to call those hospital balls. Morris on a post route right there, and was open, got separation, and found a hole in the defense. Sanchez a little bit amped up, maybe throws the ball a little too hard, high pass, and Morris gets absolutely leveled by the safety from West Rusk.
So what the Jacks can do here on 3rd and 2, Sanchez taking the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keep, making a cut, and then he's going to cut it back. Nice block by Arambula, and Sanchez will be brought down inside of the Raider 37-yard line. He was shoved out of bounds late there by Judson Dotson, but it'll be a 1st and 10 Lumberjacks.
Nice little play right there. Fake the handoff to Arambula, and Carlos De Sanchez tried to slip up the left side, but hole closed, so he just put his foot in the ground, came around the right end, picks up a nice block there from Xander, and runs the ball for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks after the carry by DeCarlos Sanchez inside Raider territory, and Xander Arambula gets the handoff and looks like he fumbled the ball. The Raiders say they have it, and they do, as the referees mark it 1st and 10 for the Raiders after the fumble recovery. 2nd turnover on the night for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's the turnover bug. That's the thing that bit Diboll last week, man. Every time you seemed like you had a good drive going, there was an interception or a fumble. Couldn't tell what happened there, if it was on the exchange or what. What I can tell you is West Rusk has responded by they're bringing their linebackers downhill hard, some blitz packages, trying to get in the backfield early, and whether it was on the exchange or just after it, I'm not sure, but fumble by Xander, 1st down West Rusk.
1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 39-yard line as Judson Dotson will get the handoff. It's a delayed handoff because immediately it's going to be bottled up by a swarm of red jerseys as the Lumberjacks come in and making the stop. The entire defensive line caving in on that one. So to bring up 2nd down and 9 on the play.
Once again, Diboll getting into hitting them right at the line of scrimmage and slowing that run before it could get going. So, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag here, but 2nd down and 9, good start by the defense.
2nd and 9, Dotson in the shotgun, 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Getting the handoff once again is Williams, as Williams will be brought down by Aiden Chavis right at the 49-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for the Raiders.
Looked like a simple zone read play there. Running back took the handoff, and a big hole opened up on the right side. He cuts back to that right side, brings it right up the middle, and not a really nice job there by Chavis making a tackle in the open field. It was a 1st down for West Rusk, but could have been a lot bigger.
The Raiders have it on their own 49-yard line. It's Dotson. It's a play-action pass. He's looking to his right, getting pressured by Jamarcus Nieves and nearly intercepted. It was right over the hands of Ty Jones, but the pass is going to go out of bounds, incomplete. Nice pressure there from Jamarcus.
Nice job there by Diboll's defense. Play-action pass. Quarterback tried to roll out to the right side, and they got some pressure on him quick, but he was trying to just dump it off in the flat there. Wanted to drop it out quickly, but covered really well by Diboll that time. So brings up 2nd down and 10 here from their own 49-yard line.
2nd on 10. It's another Play action pass, and it's going to be intercepted by the Lumberjacks coming in and biting on the route. Looked like it was Aiden Chavis, and it was Aiden Chavis coming up and picking the ball off. The Lumberjacks forcing their first turnover of the night. It's an interception from Aiden Chavis.
Yeah, really nice job right there by Chavis. Is a good read. They had doubles on each side, and receiver ran a little stop route just in front of the sticks, and Chavis comes in from his safety position, undercuts the route, and just steals the ball away from him. Really nice read by Chavis. Nice break on the football, and hopefully the offense now can take this momentum and do something here and give the team some life here in the second half.
So on 1st and 10 after the interception, the Lumberjacks have the ball on the Raider 48-yard line. As Carlos Sanchez drops the snap, he's just going to go ahead and try and do it himself, but he's going to be bottled up immediately back inside Lumberjack territory to the 47-yard line. So Carlos Sanchez tried to make work of it. Instead, it will be second down and a loss on the play.
Yeah, man, you just can't. That's one of those things. You just can't have that. You get an opportunity here after a turnover to do something good with the football, and the snap just rolls back to the quarterback, never really gets off the ground. And Sanchez does his best to recover the football and try to do something positive, but just not enough time, not enough help back there right now. So you hate to see that, but they still have a chance to turn it around here.
2nd and 15 for the Lumberjacks. As Carlos Sanchez will fake the handoff, he'll keep it himself, finds a hole, spins off would-be tacklers, and the ball is going to be pushed forward back inside Raider territory down to the Raider 46-yard line. So the good pickup on the play of about 7 yards is going to bring up third down for the Jacks.
Nice cut right there. Nice run by Sanchez. Quick fake handoff and took it up the left side. And he's just so good at planting that foot and getting north and south. He's got really quick feet, and he cuts up inside and then carries some defenders for a couple more yards. And that's one of the most positive runs we've had all night.
5:52 remaining in the third quarter. West Rusk leading Diboll 22-0. Third down and 9 for the Jacks. Carlos Sanchez dropping back to pass. He's looking deep for Aiden Morris, and he's just going to overthrow him. The pass going to come up incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Lumberjacks.
Was trying to get Morris on a go route. Just Sanchez left that ball too far inside. You got to get that to the outside. Got to get it outside the numbers, and that ball landed inside the numbers, and the receiver just could not fight through the defender to try to get back to the ball. It was good coverage, low percentage pass anyways, but whenever the ball's left inside like that, it's just almost impossible for the receiver to get to it.
So Eli Terrell on to handle the punting duties. It's Gunnar Harp back deep to receive for the Raiders. And looks like it bounced off I can't tell if it either bounced off a Lumberjack or just took a bounce on the field, but it'll be down at the 25-yard line of West Rusk, and that's where they'll set up 1st and 10.
It was actually very close right there to hitting a West Rusk player who was blocking, but ball bounced just away from him. He had his back to the football. Diboll could have used that break, but either way, did get the ball punted and down to the 25-yard line. Defense really needs to stand up here and get a turnover or at least force a punt, because you can't just keep letting West Rusk extend this lead further.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 25-yard line. They're moving right to left. Dotson in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Hunter McCandless, who tries to cut it back. Instead, he's going to be met up by Aiden Chavis, Luis Arambula, and Joseph Parrish for no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Raiders.
Yeah, once again, Diboll's defensive line doing a great job just getting into the backfield and creating havoc and stopping that run and play before it gets started. So that's a good sign. Defense is still playing with a lot of fire.
2nd down, it's a Twins receiver set on both sides. McCandless finds running room and tries to evade a would-be tackler, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds by Tyrese McMillan, and he also took out the referee with him on the far side. So should bring up no gain on the play. Yep, it'll be no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Raiders.
Nowhere to go inside there. He breaks out to the right and tries to go east and west to get around, but Diboll does a good job coming up and making a hit. That's a dangerous play there. Referee on the far sideline standing there getting ready to make the call, and both players went directly into his shin. So glad to see he's up and okay.
3rd down and 10 here for the Raiders. The trips receiver set on the near side of the field. Dotson's rolling to his left. He's looking for his intended target, and it's going to be in and out of his hands of Gunnar Harp. And that's going to be 3 and out for the Raiders. You'd love to see that stop there from the Lumberjacks with 4:12 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they were trying to get Harp open right there at the sticks, and for about a half a second he was. Pass was probably late. Quarterback held on to it a little too long, and Harp took a big hit right there. I believe that was Chavis that hit him, but once the ball passed by, he got hit directly right in his sternum, and he's headed to the sideline now. Looks like he maybe got the breath knocked out of him. Good job by the Diboll defense.
So on to handle the punting duties this time for the Raiders. They have a new punter in, and it looks like it'll be a delay of game penalty as the flags blow before the snap is off. Tyrese McMillan is back deep to receive. Yep, it will be a delay of game against the Raiders. So they'll now have to punt from their own 20-yard line as a result.
From the looks of it, that was just a little confusion. Harp coming to the sideline there, and they tried to run someone on late to take his spot, but hopefully that young man's okay. He's been playing a heck of a ball game tonight.
So back deep at midfield is Tyrese McMillan to field this punt from the Raiders. With 4:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Raiders with a 22-0 lead over the Diboll Lumberjacks. As we're waiting the signal to start for the referee to let the time go, and here it goes. And so it's going to be Judson Dotson handling punting duties this time, and he gets off a nice punt. It's going to take a Raider bounce down to the 16-yard line. McMillan had a lot of room to field it, but he was just going to go ahead and let this one roll down inside the 18, or the 16, I should say. 1st and 10. Nice punt.
Yeah, it was a really nice punt there, but from the Raiders. It was a low line drive, but he angled it away from McMillan, and just McMillan deciding to let it roll. He looked like he might have had enough space to pick it up, but he was also trying to chase the ball down. You never know what's going to happen, how that ball is going to bounce. So he got away from it. Probably the wiser decision to move away from the football, and Diboll now at their own 16-yard line after a very good punt by the Raiders.
We'll see what the Lumberjack offense can do here, deep in their own territory, as getting the handoff. It's DeCarlos Sanchez on the keeper. There's a nice fake there, as he's going to be brought down for about a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 coming up after the run.
Yeah, just not much room there in the middle all night, man. West Rusk's defensive line and linebackers have done a very good job controlling the middle of the defense there, and Sanchez tucks it up inside, but he just can't break free. Brings up 2nd and long for the Lumberjacks.
See what the Jacks can do here. Sanchez in the shotgun. Emmons the back line up to his right. Sanchez dropping back to pass. He's looking deep for Kiwi Dill, and it just bounces off of his helmet. Incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd down after the incomplete pass, but nice deep throw. Just got to get that connection down.
Yeah, Sanchez couldn't have walked that ball out there any better. That ball, he got it to the outside, got it outside the numbers, and Dill had about a step and a half on his defender. All he has to do is catch that ball, but unfortunately hits him right in goes through his hands and bounces off his helmet and falls incomplete to the turf and brings up 3rd and long for the Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks need to get to the 27-yard line to move the chains, as they're going to go ahead and break the huddle. Receivers on the near side, it's Dill and McMillan. On the far side, it's Jackson Taylor. Sanchez dancing around looking for someone to dump it off to, and he'll dump it off to the H-back on the play, and that is Ricardo Garcia, who picks up about 4 on the play. Really good gain, but he's about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down and about 4 to go for the Jacks.
Nice job by Sanchez there. There was a lot of pressure on him. He had to maneuver in the pocket and get out to the right side and threw that ball to the up back right as he was being tackled. So made a positive out of what could have potentially been a negative situation, but just not good enough. And the Lumberjacks won't get a first down. And here we are, 8 seconds left on the play clock. We're trying to run somebody in late. So see if we can get this punt off.
So 2 seconds left on the play clock. Eli Terrell is able to punt it away as Gunnar Harp is going to call for a fair catch at his own 44-yard line with 2:19 remaining in the third quarter of action. The Raiders lead the Lumberjacks by a score of 22-0.
Yeah, good job by Terrell getting that punt off. A little bit of a high snap, and he was able to corral it and get rid of the football and get a good punt off. And, here we are again, Alec, at that first drive of the second half where West Rusk kind of took it to Diboll, but since then things have calmed down and looking a lot more similar to what the majority of the first half was.
Yeah, absolutely, Draylon. And we'll see what something's got to give here. Is that's 1st and 10 for the Raiders with the trips receiver set on the far side as Dotson's going to hand it off to the running back. He breaks a tackle. That's Dalen Williams on the carry, and he'll be brought down by Eli Terrell inside Diboll territory at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 after the run. Well, hold up. There's a flag on the play.
Okay, I didn't see what the flag was here. Blocking the back against West Rusk, so helps out Diboll. Unfortunate for the Raiders. I will say that that running back, man, slipped that little arm tackle in the backfield and just absolutely laid the boom on somebody there at the second level. Very tough, physical, hard run right there. That's old school football, Alec, and that kid was toting the pill just now.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really good run there by Williams for West Rusk. Is on 1st down and 14. It's another handoff to another running back. And coming in to do cleanup duty is Luis Arambula, and that's going to be thought it was going to be a stinger, but he's up and now he's withering in pain. Is on the run. That time was once again Williams.
Yeah, Williams carrying that rock again, man. That's about a 4-yard gain right there, and breaks another tackle or two, and they kind of had him held up, and Arambula comes in and tries to lay a big lick at the end and does a good job with a good hard hit, but he obviously got the worst end of it as he's on the sideline, been replaced here for this play.
So coming in place of Arambula's Ricardo Garcia, as coming and getting it on the jet sweep is coming in from the left side of the play was Dalen Jackson. Instead, he's going to be met up immediately by the Lumberjacks coming in and making the stop that time. Looked like it was Garcia, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, really nice job right there. Tried to bring the jet sweep across. I believe that's 57, Jamarcus Nieves, but he gets in the backfield, reads the handoff, and gets a big-time stop for a loss.
So 3rd down and 16. Dotson's dropping back to pass. He's stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to go down for a sack down at the 35-yard line. Couldn't see who came up with that one for the Lumberjacks. It looks like it was Eli Terrell, and he also lost his helmet on that one. So it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Raiders as the clock is ticking down to the end of this 3rd quarter.
Nice job there by the Lumberjacks. Very good job keeping things covered up downfield. West Rusk only had 2 receivers in a route, and they were trying to get the ball as a little bit of a long developing pass play. They were trying to get the ball downfield, and quarterback steps up in the pocket. Eli Terrell takes a shot and comes in and gets him, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter with a 4th down and 19 coming up for the West Rusk Raiders.
So at the end of 3 quarters, it's the Raiders ahead of the Diboll Lumberjacks by a score of 22-0. We will take a commercial timeout as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
Made in America. A simple idea that means everything at Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. It means local branches dealing with friends and neighbors you trust. It means innovation, leading the way with better solutions. It means caring about our products and even more about the people who use them. It means pride in a job well done. Mueller, made in America, made to last.
Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Diboll Lumberjack Athletics for over 30 years. From the Lumberjack Cups of the 90s and the touchdown footballs of the 2000s, Terrell Insurance has been there for the Jacks. Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Lumberjack fans off the field as well. For all of your insurance needs, visit Terrell Insurance in Diboll.
Getting the fourth quarter of action underway as Judson Dotson will handle the punting duties for the Raiders, as Tyrese McMillan's just going to let this one bounce. And it's going to take a Raider bounce down to the Lumberjack 27-yard line. That's where the Lumberjacks will set up 1st and 10 with 11:47 remaining in the ball game. Before we get any further, just want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. I'd like to thank Terrell Insurance Agency for being our scoreboard sponsor. Thank them for all that they do. I'd like to thank Mueller Inc., also Cotton Co. for supplying us with some awesome Diboll Sports broadcast shirts this season. So thank you very much, Cotton Co., PPR Industrial, the Jackbackers, and C4 Media Productions. Thank you guys for sponsoring. Without y'all, this broadcast would not be possible. So Lumberjack offense coming back out onto the field, 1st and 10. It's 11:47 left to go. It's Carlos Sanchez, the senior quarterback, leading the charge offensively. And Sanchez will hand it off to Xander Arambula, lowers the shoulder, runs through a tackle, and he carries the Raider defender with him down to the 35-yard line. Strong run there on the play for a gain of 8 to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Simple zone read play to the left side there. Xander does what Xander does and slips the tackle right just past the line of scrimmage and gets ahead for eight yards. And when he's had the ball, Alec, he's been an effective runner tonight. Although I know we've had the couple fumbles now. He's had a couple fumbles now, but Diboll we need more of that good positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
2nd down and 2 for Carlos Sanchez. The 3-step drop. He's looking to the right side. He's looking deep, and it's underthrown. It was overthrown, and Kiwi Dill was the intended target, interfered with, and there come the flags.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Dill was trying to go downfield. It looked like the West Rusk Dill kind of did a stutter step move and tried to go by him, and the West Rusk defender stopped, and Dill ran right into him. So it is going to be pass interference on West Rusk here and an automatic 1st down for the Lumberjacks. Much needed here. Ball should be right about midfield, and Diboll, if you're going to put anything together and try to have a chance in this game, it has to start right now. So let's cross our fingers here. The Lumberjacks can finish this drive off the right way.
So as you said, Drillin, the ball will be spotted at midfield after the penalty on the Raiders. So with the 10:55 ticking here in the game, Lumberjacks gotta work quickly here. As they'll break the huddle, Sanchez in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left. He's dropping back to a quick pass over the head of Kiwi Dill on the right side. Must have been some miscommunication on the route there as Kiwi was going for an out route. Pass is gonna come up incomplete.
Looked like Sanchez thought he was going to carry that route a little deeper before he broke for the sideline, and he was trying to anticipate the route and got rid of the football quickly. But Dill turned it out a little shallow, and by the time he got his head around, the ball had already sailed over where he was over his head. So little miscommunication. 2nd down long here for the Lumberjacks.
2nd and 10 for the Jacks after the incomplete pass. Sanchez handing it off to Arambula. Arambula finding a hole, lowering the shoulder, and he's going to be brought down inside of the Raider 30-yard line. Hard run there by Arambula, and it'll result in a 1st down for the Lumberjacks.
Big time run there by Xander, man. Takes that football on the left side and cuts up field and just breaks into the open field and finishes it off nicely. Both hands on the football. You can tell he's concentrating on hanging on to that sucker now. Big time 20-yard run there. 1st down for the Lumberjacks, and first time we've really seen some life out of them here in the 2nd half.
We'll see if the Jacks offense can keep it going here. 1st and 10 from the Raider 30-yard line. Again, they're moving right to left after the quarter switch. Sanchez in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. Aaron Robbins, lone receiver to his left, and Sanchez will keep it himself, trying to find running room, and he will be brought down at about the Raider 26-yard line, and another Lumberjack loses his helmet on the play. It's Andres Montoya.
About a 3-yard gain right there for the Lumberjacks on first down. So, something positive here, continuing to be positive as we move into this fourth quarter, and big time spot here. The Lumberjacks need to really bow their neck and push this into the end zone.
Lumberjacks breaking the huddle on 2nd down and 7 with 9:43 remaining in the ball game. Raiders with a 22-0 lead over the Jacks. Sanchez taking it himself, going up the gut, finding running room. He will be brought down inside of the red zone at the Raider 19-yard line. He should have enough for a first down. Yes, he does.
Nice run there by Sanchez. Just a little wrap around play there. Tucks it up inside, and we're finally starting to see a little bit of movement on the interior of that line for the Lumberjacks, and moving those West Rusk Raiders off their spots a little bit here in the fourth quarter. Nice run there by Sanchez.
So 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks after the good run by Sanchez. As it's a 2-receiver set to the left. Dill, the lone receiver, to the right side. Arambula is the running back, and he's going to connect with Kiwi Dill on the right side. Spins out of a tackle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
Just a great design there. Great play. Great throw by Sanchez. Dill runs a nice post route, and Sanchez delivers the football a little high and right up in Dill's face. West Rusk does a good job. The defender tries to slap it away, and the safety makes a break and lays a hit on Dill, who's able to spin off of it and fall into the end zone for a 20-yard touchdown reception. Really nice drive put together there by the Lumberjacks.
So the extra point try is coming up momentarily. That was a 19-yard touchdown throw and catch to Carlos Sanchez to the junior Kiwi Dill, who was out last week with an injury. What a way to welcome yourself back, Kiwi Dill. So on the extra point try will be Christian Prieto. Riley Rambula on the hold. The snap and the kick is blocked, so the score will remain 22-6 as the extra point woes continue for the Lumberjacks. But it doesn't matter. The Lumberjacks are on the scoreboard with 9:01 remaining in the game. 22-6 in favor of the Raiders. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
America loves a winner. The proof is in our fascination with sports. In the years since Terrell Insurance Agency has been here, we've witnessed 25 World Series championships and Super Bowls. It's a fact that good teams come and go. A team that wins it all one year might finish at the bottom just a few years later. At Terrell Insurance Agency, we pride ourselves on our stability. Through all the years, we've been able to say we are the one, through the good times and the bad. You can count on us. That's a promise from our family to yours. Terrell Insurance Agency, 902 North Temple Drive.
So the Lumberjacks kept their drive going, and it resulted in a 19-yard touchdown pass from DeCarlos Sanchez to Kiwi Dill. The extra point try was no good, so that brings our new score 22-6 with about 9 minutes remaining in the ball game here from Lumberjack Stadium, as it'll be Ivan Gomez on to boot it away for the Lumberjacks. Back deep for the Raiders is Cam Brown about the 43-yard line. See who fell on top of it.
Yeah, it looked like West Rusk was able to get back on top of it. Nice little surprise onside there. It did bounce off of one Raider and squirted away, but it squirted directly backwards back behind them, so they were able to get back in time to fall on top just as Diboll defenders were diving in. A little bit of bad luck there for the Lumberjacks, and it's going to end up with West Rusk having good field position at their own 42-yard line. But, there's still plenty of time in this ball game. We're at 9 minutes left in the ball game. If Diboll can force a 3-and-out here and we can get down for another score, I mean, we're going to have a ball game, Alex. So we'll see. Diboll's defense has to step up. They've played a well of a ball game so far tonight, and here in the fourth quarter, it's winning time. So hopefully they can continue on with what they've done so well tonight.
See how the Jack defense can do here on 1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 40-yard line. Judson Dawson dropping back to pass. He's looking deep for his intended target, Gunnar Harp, and the pass going to come up incomplete. There was two Lumberjack defenders in the vicinity, Aaron Robbins and Aiden Morrison. It's going to come up incomplete. Second down.
So that was a play action fake to the running back, followed up by a play action or a fake to a wide receiver coming around on a reverse look, and then throw downfield to a post route that was double covered there by the Lumberjacks, and that should have been an interception. 2 Lumberjacks get their hands on the football, and we can't come down with it.
Second down and 10. Early movement up front from the Raiders, as it looks like they flinched first. See some early movement, so that should back the Raiders up 5 more yards from the 41 to the 36.
Yeah, and that run wasn't going anywhere regardless. Diboll was immediately in the backfield. So, I mean, we'll see Alec Diboll. You know, you've got him behind the chains here. This is your opportunity to force another punt and potentially put yourself in position to make this a game.
Getting 15 for the Raiders, as it's going to be a Judson Dotson on the quarterback keep. He's bouncing it around the left side, lowering the shoulder. He's going to run out of bounds at about his own 40-yard line. And he's talking mess to Tyrese McMillan, and there goes the flags.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the quarterback there, keeping that football and squirting around that left end all the way over to the sideline. Pretty good shot there. He put his head down and gave McMillan all he wanted. McMillan did a good job coming up and laying a hit, and looked like there was something extracurricular, but with it being so far away on the other sideline, you couldn't really tell what was going on. So this will be an interesting call here for the Jacks.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lumberjacks, and also unsportsmanlike conduct on the Raiders. So the penalty will go against Dotson and McMillan. So
well,
let's see what they do.
That's going to bring up third down. There's going to be offsetting penalties there, Alex. So, you know, that's a little too close. It's the fourth quarter. You're putting yourself in position to make this a ball game. You don't want to make any mistakes now. So, kind of lucked out there for Diboll and West Rusk, of course, who's trying to put an end to this ball game here with this drive.
Yeah, an absolutely very lucky break there for the Lumberjacks, as it's now 3rd and 5 for the Raiders from their own 47-yard line. As there's another penalty flag blown. So it must have been early movement up front from either side. Let's see here.
Looked like West Rusk got going early again. And, yeah, it will be a false start on West Rusk and move this ball back another 5 yards, making a 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders here late in or halfway through the fourth quarter.
So have the ball back on the original line of scrimmage at the 42-yard line as the Raiders put a man in motion. Then Dotson drops the snap, and it's picked up by the Lumberjacks. It's Joseph Parrish falling on the fumble recovery, and the Lumberjacks will have the ball on the Raider 28-yard line.
Well, that's the turnover. If Diboll finally gets one back, it's been the first 2 weeks have been a little bit rough in the turnover department for the Lumberjacks, but snap goes awry. Quarterback tries to fall on it, can't get on top of it, and Diboll finally gets a break to go their way, and they're set up nice, 1st down and 10 on the 28-yard line of the Raiders. And plenty of time now, Alec, in this ball game. If you can get a score here, you know, you're really putting yourself in a good position with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So let's go Lumberjacks. Let's make this a football game.
8:32 remaining in the ball game. The Lumberjacks still have a lot of time to keep this one close. So let's see what they can do here on 1st and 10. Again, it's DeCarlos Sanchez leading the charge offensively for the Lumberjacks under center. He's in the shotgun. It's going to be a reverse to Tyrese McMillan around the near side. He finds a hole. He's going to be brought down out of bounds inside of the Raider 20-yard line. Really good pickup of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and short for the Lumberjacks.
I like the play call there coming from the booth. You know, you've been pounding it inside all night long and haven't seen much misdirection at all from Diboll. And, you know, West Rusk is going to be trying to get uphill and trying to stop you. So you run a little end-around play and get McMillan to the outside, fastest guy on the field, or at least on your side of the field, and pick up a nice 8-yard gain right there.
2nd and 2 for the Lumberjacks on the Raider 20-yard line. They're in the red zone as Sanchez is going to keep it on the quarterback wrap, and he will be brought down right around the 16-yard line of West Rusk. So it'll move the chains for the Lumberjacks. 1st and 10 coming up.
Diboll not wasting any time right there, hammering it back up inside and picking up a first down. Sets us up with the opportunity to gain another first down at the 6-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 16, you still have another opportunity for another first down if you can move the football here. So things looking good. Diboll just got to keep progressing, keep matriculating.
8:14 left to go in the ball game. Lumberjacks down 22-6. It's 1st and 10 from the Raiders 16-yard line. Sanchez dropping back to pass. He's looking to the left side, going deep for Aaron Robbins. He was being interfered with all day, and there come the flags from every direction of the field.
Yeah, that's a double move right there. Aaron Robbins sets up the defender with a double move, gets him turned around looking, and he's got his back to the quarterback. Sanchez underthrows that football a little bit, and Robbins tries to stop and come back to it. And the defender just bowls right over him in the back of the end zone. So this is going to be an automatic first down and should move us quite a bit closer to the end zone here.
See where they spot the ball again. The intended target there was Aaron Robbins, who was the younger brother of former Diboll Lumberjack wide receiver Zach Phipps, who is now a receiver at West Texas A&M. He spent time at Louisiana Tech as well as Central Missouri. And they're seeing the bloodlines go through here with some Lumberjack greats. And the ball is now spotted at the 2-yard line of West Rusk. Here we go. 1st and goal for the Lumberjacks. Sanchez in the shotgun, Arambula to his right. Sanchez just going to keep it himself. He's tripped up. He lost the football, it looks like. The Raiders say they have it. Nope, he crossed the plane just in time. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
Yeah, it looked like Sanchez stretched out, reached across the goal line to reach for the goal line and just barely crossed the goal line, lost the football when he hit the ground. Umpire put his hands up immediately. The line judge put his hands up immediately, signaled touchdown, so he must have had a good look at it. Diboll's going for 2 here. Really need to put this into the end zone and make this a 1-score game. This is a very big 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
So after the score, Lumberjacks now down by 10, pending the 2-point try, as it'll be Sanchez in the shotgun. It's a tight formation. Sanchez is going to take it himself, and he's going to be bottled up immediately. It was a designed quarterback run to the left side. So our score will remain at 22-12 apiece with 7:57 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
Attention East Texas businesses. Are you looking to reach a dedicated and engaged local audience? The Diboll Sports broadcast is the perfect opportunity for you. Our broadcasts are the heartbeat of Diboll Sports, connecting passionate fans with businesses just like yours. When you advertise with us, you're not just placing an ad, you're becoming a part of the community. With Diboll Sports broadcast, your message will be heard by thousands of listeners who live, work, and shop right here in East Texas. Contact Jared at C4 Media Productions today. Visit c4mediapros.com or give us a call at 936-304-0707 to learn more. Diboll Sports Broadcast. We are your hometown heartbeat.
Lumberjacks down by 10 with 7:57 remaining in the ball game. 22-12 is your score in favor of the Raiders from West Rusk, as Ivan Gomez is on to boot it away for the Lumberjacks, as the Raiders put 10 bodies up front between the 50-yard line and their own 40-yard line, as they're anticipating a squib kick, and it's going to be a high overhand kick down at the 30-yard line, and the Lumberjacks nearly fall on top of it, but the Raiders jump on it just in time to bring up 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line for the Raiders.
That was an excellent kick right there. He got it just where he wanted it, over the head of the West Rusk front line. Ball bounced back towards Diboll, but West Rusk barely getting on top of it before Diboll could fall on it. So here's your ball game, Alec. You know, you got plenty. You've got time left here, but it's a 2-score ball game, so you don't have time to waste. You have to get off the field defensively and try to get down there for another score. So, Diboll defense doing a good job here in the fourth quarter. They got to stand up and continue on right now and put us in position to win.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 29-yard line. Dotson handing it off to his running back. It's that's Dalen Williams, who's breaking tackles, carrying Lumberjacks down with him to the 42-yard, down to the 42-yard line. So pick up of 13 on the play. 1st and 10 Raiders.
Yeah, that young man just runs very angry when he gets the football. He just runs like he's mad at the world. And late in the fourth quarter, that's what you want out of your running back. So Diboll needs to, if they're going to get him on the ground, they better start hitting and gang tackling because that young man's running with a purpose.
So after the run by Williams, 1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 42 as Dotson is going to be brought down from behind at about his own 44-yard line, about the 46-yard line. You're going to spot him at the 44, so it'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 for the Raiders. They'll spot him at the 48. Gave him a generous spot.
Yeah, the line judge on the far side had him down shorter, but I actually think the line judge here on the near side was correct. He little quarterback power play got around the end there, and Diboll's got a hand on his foot and tripped him up. But 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
So the Raiders have the ball on their own 48-yard line, 6:58 remaining in the game. Dotson handing it off to McCandless, and he is stopped for about a gain of 2 on the play right at midfield. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 here to go for the Raiders.
Yeah, defensive line doing a better job that time getting to him before he broke through the line of scrimmage. And when Diboll's had success on defense tonight, that's been the situation. The defensive line getting pushed, getting into the backfield, and getting the hand on the running back early. So brings up a big 3rd down and 3 right here. Diboll needs to stop.
3rd and 3 for the Raiders. Ball at midfield. And Dotson rolling to his right. It's a designed quarterback run. He is going to get flipped on the far side of the field. Couldn't see who came up defensively with the stop for the Jacks, but a huge 3rd down stop nonetheless. It's going to bring up 4th down and decision time for the Raiders.
I believe that was McMillan coming up. It was either, pretty sure it was McMillan. May have been Chavis, but someone came up from the secondary. Rusk trying to string it out to the left side, another quarterback power, and before he could get turned upfield, get back to the line of scrimmage, the defender came through or at least lining up to pretend like they're going for it and try to induce an offsides penalty.
So the Raiders are going to take a quick timeout, and we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout with them with 5:34 remaining in the ball game. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
Made in America. A simple idea that means everything at Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. It means local branches, dealing with friends and neighbors you trust. It means innovation, leading the way with better solutions. It means caring about our products and even more about the people who use them. It means pride in a job well done. Mueller, made in America, made to last.
So the Jacks defense and Raider offense coming back out onto the field after final discussions. 5:34 remaining in the ball game. Raiders ahead of Diboll by a score of 22-12. So the Lumberjack defense really needs to stop here as the Raiders have the ball on their own 48-yard line.
Hold your water, hold your water.
So it's a trips formation set. Never mind, they're going to make that a twins formation set. They're going to move the slot receiver around the left side. And someone did not hold their water as a Lumberjack defender moved pretty quickly right on the sound of the clap.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, unless one of those West Rusk guys.
And that's what happened.
I think we lucked out right there. I didn't see one of them move, but definitely one of our guys moved, so he must have seen something in the line of scrimmage that got him going forward. But now they're having a discussion. So I'm not sure if they're going to say he was in the neutral zone or what. This is a big time call in this football game right here.
It looks like the Raiders coaches are coming over and discussing things with the line judge. Yeah, that assistant coach is letting them have it.
I think what the line judge on that side is saying is that, yes, the Diboll player moved, but he did not cross into the neutral zone, which is kind of how I felt when it happened. He definitely moved, but he did not cross into the neutral zone, in my opinion. And I think that's what the line judge on the far side is telling West Rusk coach, that, if he had been further across the line, if he had actually crossed the line of scrimmage, that it would have been on a penalty on Diboll.
We definitely lucked out on that one nonetheless, as Dotson will handle the punting duties. Tyrese McMillan back deep to field it. He's going to go ahead and call for a fair catch, and it's going to be downed way back at the 4-yard line of the Lumberjacks. So with 5:20 remaining, the Lumberjacks have a lot of field to work with here to cut this deficit with as they're down by 10.
And we have another penalty flag down. Just let me say one thing real quick. That was an outstanding punt from West Rusk. Kid really got his foot into it. Big, high, spiraling kick. And that's one of those you just, even though it's the fourth quarter and it's late and you don't want to risk a turnover, you really got to try to field it and save yourself some field position. But looks like we have a sideline warning against Diboll now. So guessing someone ran into a referee as the referee was running down the field.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. So luckily for us, it doesn't result. Luckily for us, there's no loss on the play. So see what the Lumberjacks offense can do here on 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line with 5:20 remaining in the ball game. So here we go. It's Carlos Sanchez with the 2-back set, as he's going to hand it off to Rambula on the carry, and he's going to be brought down inside of the 12-yard line for a pickup of 8 on the play to bring up 2nd and 2.
Simple zone read play there. Hands it off to Xander, squirts up inside and through a hole for a good gain, 6-7 yards. Looks like 7 yards on first down. Brings up 2nd down and 3 for the Lumberjacks.
Clock ticking with 4:52 remaining in the game. Jacks down by 10 as they have the ball on their own 10-yard line. Sanchez keeping it himself, lowering the shoulder. He's got the first down, or he's close to it, I should say. Yep, he's got it. He needed 3 and he got 4, so it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Jacks. There's a penalty for marker down.
Yeah, it's been this game has been funny because it's been long stretches of clean play and then short stretches of just penalty after penalty after penalty. And looks like we have a personal foul going against West Rusk right here. That's going to, Diboll already had the first down, but that's going to move us 15 yards further downfield and get us out of the shadow of our own goal post here. And this is going to help the drive out and maybe build a little bit of momentum for the Jacks.
So a very lucky break for the Lumberjacks, as they will have the ball spotted at their own 28-yard line. So it's anytime you can get free yardage like that, it's always a win. So did they call another penalty?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now they announced another penalty here. Not sure if maybe there was some kind of disagreement. Looks like there's going to be both coaches are bringing their teams out onto the field here to have a discussion with them. I think what we're going to have here is essentially a warning for both teams, saying that, we're fixing to get control of whatever's going on, and maybe there's some jawing, some back and forth, and they're about to take control of it right now and give both teams warnings. No, so it's against West Rusk, so maybe I don't know what else happened. This is going to be 30 yards of penalties against West Rusk on the last play. I'm guessing Morrison got Diboll's off the sideline and tell them we're not going to do anything dumb. We're not going to take a chance making this a worse situation. So hopefully both teams can keep it clean it up here, and let's finish this ball game in a strong manner. And because it's been
Both teams, and having Diboll making a comeback, you don't want to have anything ruin what's been a tremendous game so far. So we'll see if that gets cleaned up here with the Lumberjacks having the ball now, 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line as a result of the penalties from the Raiders. So we're waiting the official signal to get things started with 4:51 remaining on the clock in this ball game. All right, so here we go. The clock's ticking now. 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks to Carlos Sanchez. The 3-step drop. He's looking to his right, now to his left, back to his right, and he stumbles. But he's going to pick up a yard on the play, just to dive and get something out of it. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Another penalty.
trying to go deep right there, and just nothing open. Had a couple receivers in the route. Neither one of them could get open, and West Rusk is flagged for being offsides now. I'm guessing this is probably someone lined up in the neutral zone or something along those lines, but just several mistakes in a row here for the Raiders, just moving Diboll right down the field.
So after the offside penalty, it's 1st and 5 for the Lumberjacks on their own 49-yard line. Sanchez with the shotgun set, 2 receivers to his left, Dill to his right, as it's going to be Xander Arambula getting the handoff. He's going to be brought down inside Raider territory to the 48-yard line, and another penalty. Seen some pushing and shoving going on down there.
Yeah, that one came from the head referee directly behind the play. It's going to be a dead ball personal foul against Diboll. So I'm not sure what the play is, but or what he saw. But essentially, this crew is now, they're essentially cracking down now. They're saying anything you do, we're going to flag you for it, and we're not going to let this game get out of hand. And that appears to be the situation. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 or 16 for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, so now the ball spotted at their own 37 as a result of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So as you said, Draylon, looks like these officials are really cracking down on any little thing that could warrant a penalty. We'll see what the Jacks can do here with 4:09 remaining in the ball game, down by 10. This is a 2-receiver look to the right side. Jackson Taylor, lone receiver, split out to the left. Sanchez in the shotgun. He's looking Taylor's direction. He connects with him on the hitch route, and Taylor's going to be brought down by a host of Raider defenders at around the 42-yard line. So that'll get him back to about the original line again. It's going to should bring up 2nd down. Excuse me, it will bring up 3rd down and about 11 to go for the...
You basically had 3 downs to work with because you're going for it on 4th down. So nice 5.5, 6-yard gain right there on the quick hitch. And Diboll set up with about a 3rd and 10.5, 3rd and 11 here. You have to gain yardage on 3rd down right here, Alec. We got to get, try to get half of this back. We don't have to go for the 1st down yet.
3rd and 11 for the Lumberjacks from their own 44-yard line, as there's going to be a timeout called for the Lumberjacks. That's their 2nd one of the half. And we'll take a quick timeout with them.
When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top-quality services with 24/7 support. With a mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
.312 remaining in the ball game. Raiders ahead of Diboll by a score of 22-12. Lumberjacks looking at a 3rd and 11 situation from their own 43. Under center with 2 receivers to his right, Jackson Taylor to his left. As Sanchez dropping back to pass, he's getting flushed in the pocket, rolling to his right, directing traffic, and he nearly connected with Tyrese McMillan, but instead it's going to be an interception for the Raiders, It looks like Gunnar Harp came up on that one. 1st and 10, Raiders from their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job right there by Gunnar Hart back there at his safety position. Sanchez flushed out of the pocket to the right side. He's trying to direct traffic a little bit over there. Just made the decision to try to throw it back to the inside, and wasn't a poor throw. I mean, gave his receiver a chance. The ball was low. Gunnar Harp just did an incredible job of breaking down on the football, diving, and making the diving catch there. So just a really nice defensive play from what is the player of the game for both teams tonight, Gunnar Harp.
Yeah, he's really making his presence felt tonight, being responsible for 3 scores for the Raiders, and then having this possibly game-changing turnover here for the Raiders, as the Raiders have the ball 1st and 10 offensively. Judson Dotson trying to dance around. Instead, he's going to be brought down by 3 Lumberjacks. Making the stop there is Michael Villanueva, Jamarcus Nieves, and Luis Arambula.
Clock's our enemy now. Diboll's used a couple of timeouts, I believe, here in the second half already. So, clock's your enemy. You're trying to get the ball back. Got to try to force some kind of turnover here to have a chance. And good thing about the new rule, you do have that 2-minute warning. But outside of that, you're in a tough spot unless you can force a quick turnover here.
So it's 2:25 ticking on the clock, and it looks like the Raiders will get one more play before the 2-minute timeout, as it'll be Dalen Williams getting the handoff. He breaks through a hole, and he tries to run around, and he's going to break a tackle, lowers the shoulder, and it's going to take 3 Lumberjacks to bring him down inside of the 19-yard line. Couldn't see who made the stop there, but that was the last line of defense. But it's a huge gain for the Raiders. Dalen Williams on the carry.
Yeah, big man doing what he's done here in the second half, busting through the line and breaking a tackle there at the second or third level, and then getting into the open field and just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way down into the red zone for the Raiders. Now we're at the 2-minute warning here. Not much time left in this ball game, and that big run there probably sealed the deal for sure.
Absolutely. That was a real strong run there by Dalen Williams, as at the 2-minute timeout, it's 22-12 in favor of the Raiders, as we'll go ahead and just keep it here. But regardless of what this result may be, I mean, there's still 2 minutes left. Anything can happen. But so far, I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing from really both teams. Lumberjacks and Raiders have really fought hard this evening. Yeah, you had that little episode with the unsportsmanlike penalties going on, but regardless, this has been a tremendous game for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's been everything we said it was. Said it was going to be from the start of the game. It was going to be an extremely physical ball game between these two teams, and whichever one could be more physical was probably going to end up winning the ball game. Wes Rusk has done a nice job and forced 3 turnovers now. One was on a really big hit where Diboll had a nice gain up the middle, but defender put his hat right on the football and forced a turnover. The other one was a fumble deep, in their territory, which I couldn't see how he lost the ball, but I'm sure he probably got hit again in a similar manner. And then the third one was that interception right there, which just was an excellent football play by the defender. So the turnovers have definitely hurt Diboll, but this has been a very physical, fun football game to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the Lumberjack defense and Raider offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 Raiders after the 2-minute timeout. Hunter McCandless getting the handoff, breaking tackles. He's going to be brought down by Jamarcus Nieves and Joseph Parrish down to the 10-yard line. He's a yard shy of the first down. No, they're going to go ahead and give it to him. So it'll be 1st and goal Raiders from the 9-yard line with 1:52 left on the clock, as Jamarcus Nieves lost his helmet on the play. So I think I've lost track of how many Lumberjacks have lost their helmets tonight.
Nice little sidestep there in the backfield by the running back for the Raiders, and Diboll's pretty much bringing everyone at this point, trying to get tackles in the backfield, and just a really nice job there to sidestep some defenders and get upfield and work a first down. And West Rusk is wanting to know why the clock's not running now, so referees trying to wind the clock and get going here. But first and goal here for the Raiders as this clock winds down and this game heads to its conclusion.
So the Raiders taking their time with there's 14 seconds left on the play clock, as looks like they're going to go ahead and get into victory formation as, no, they're not. Looks like the Raiders are going to run another play with 1:30 remaining. Dotson in the shotgun. He's handing it off to Hunter McCandless, and McCandless is going to be slammed down in the backfield by Michael Villanueva, who came in submarining and brought Hunter McCandless down at the legs with 1:15 left in the game. So good stop there by Villanueva late in the game.
Yeah, West Rusk doing the smart thing now, just handing it off straight ahead and 2 hands on the football. Don't turn the ball over. Let's grind this clock and try to bring this football game to an end. And from the looks of it now, they are going to go ahead and get in their victory formation and kneel this one out.
Yep, so Dotson will have 2 backs on either side of him. McCandless will spell him about 7 yards deep as they're letting the play clock go down to 1, and there's the first kneel down, and that should be it. Let's see here if the Lumberjacks if the Raiders need to get another snap. They're going to go ahead and back them up. Yep, that's going to go ahead and do it. Looks like both teams are going to go ahead and line up at the 50-yard line to shake hands. So that'll go ahead and do it. That'll be your final score this evening. The Lumberjacks fought hard, but they'll go down swinging by a score of 22-12 to the Raiders from West Rusk. So we'll be right back to wrap it up with our post-game show with me and Draylon. Just stay tuned as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube and Facebook through C4 Media.
Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Diboll Lumberjack Athletics for over 30 years. From the Lumberjack Cups of the 90s and the touchdown footballs of the 2000s, Terrell Insurance has been there for the Jacks. Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Lumberjack fans off the field as well. For all of your insurance needs, visit Terrell Insurance in Diboll.
Made in America. A simple idea that means everything at Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. It means local branches, dealing with friends and neighbors you trust. It means innovation, leading the way with better solutions. It means caring about our products and even more about the people who use them. It means pride in a job well done. Mueller, made in America, made to last.
Attention East Texas. When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. With a mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
C4 Media Productions proudly supports the Diboll Lumberjacks. Based at 205 North Temple, we are your one-stop shop for all of your video and social media needs. Whether you need a captivating TV commercial or a full social media marketing strategy to help drive sales, we've got you covered. Call us at 936-304-0707 or visit c4mediapros.com. C4 Media Productions. Reliable service, amazing results.
Your final score from Lumberjack Stadium tonight: the Diboll Lumberjacks come up short against the Raiders from West Rusk by a score of 22-12. We'll take a look at how we got here, taking a look at the scoring summary, as it was a hard-fought battle in the first quarter until the Raiders got on the board first, as Judson Dotson connected with Gunnar Harp on a 20-yard touchdown pass. The Raiders went for 2, go up 8-0 with West Rusk ahead. And then 49 seconds left in the second quarter, Dotson connected with Harp once again for 8-yard touchdown pass. Extra point good. Raiders go up 15-0. That was our score going into halftime. Raiders received the ball coming into the second half, and they answered with another 8-yard touchdown pass from Dotson to Harp make the score 22-0. And then from there, the Lumberjacks got on the board with a DeCarlos Sanchez 19-yard touchdown pass to Diboll. Extra point no good, as Lumberjacks got up on the board 22-6. And then the last score of the night was DeCarlos Sanchez taking it himself for a 2-yard run, extra point try, no good. And that's how we get to our score this evening, 22-12 in favor of the Raiders from New London. So Lumberjacks fall to 0-2 on the season. Wes Rusk finds the win column for the first time this season to even up the record at 1-1. Now time to begin the post-game show. I'll send it over to Draylon so he can share his thoughts on the game. So Draylon, what did you see and what are your thoughts?
Man, honestly, I'm very encouraged by the game that we saw, the way things played out tonight. First half was tough. Diboll just couldn't really seem to get going. But when you look back and you think about that first quarter and Diboll driving down and being turned away on fourth down, that's a big drive right there. If Diboll scores that early touchdown, a lot different. Then Diboll had another drive later where they got well into West Rusk territory, and then unfortunately a fumble by Xander put an end to that drive. But this game could have gotten away from Diboll, and the effort, the physicality, the tenacity that they played with tonight was about a 300% difference or increase over what we saw last week against Madisonville. To be honest, after watching that Madisonville game, I mean, those kids were fast, but you were really kind of look like they want to be out there. Tonight was exact opposite of that, man. They played really well. They played really tough. The turnovers are still an issue, and honestly may have been the difference in the ball game overall. But just miles and miles of improvement over week one. I think you found your quarterback. I know DeCarlos is a senior this year, and he's a big part of this team, and he did. He looked really good tonight. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He ended up with 2 interceptions. He didn't play perfect by any means. Both interceptions were absolutely 100% outstanding defensive plays by West Rusk. That is a good football team over there that's got a lot of athletes on it. Both interceptions Sanchez threw athletes. And so, do you want him to throw interceptions? No, you don't. Did he throw them directly into people's chests like we saw 6 times last week? No, he didn't. So, I mean, too many turnovers, but overall, the effort, the intensity, attention to detail, much better. I really think Morrison and company did a good job coaching these guys up this week, coaching these kids up. And they just came out and put a lot better product on the field. And after seeing this effort tonight, how do I feel going into Rusk next week? I feel very encouraged, and I think the Lumberjacks are headed in the right direction as a team going forward.
Lumberjacks followed what my keys were going into this game. Get back to basics, block well, tackle well, just read your keys, do what you're asked to do, just do your job. And although the result of the scoreboard may not show it, these Lumberjacks fought hard and valiantly tonight. Offensively, we had started DeCarlos Sanchez at quarterback, and he played really well. He was responsible for 2 scores this evening. As Draylon mentioned, the 2 interceptions will go against his name, but it has nothing to do with DeCarlos. There was just tremendous athletic plays from the Raiders on both of those interceptions. We can tell you that 100%. But as you had mentioned, Draylon, the turnovers were an issue for the Lumberjacks, and they very well could have been a difference, and they very well were a difference maker in this game, as the Jacks were responsible for 4 turnovers on the night, 2 fumbles lost, and then the 2 interceptions, as I mentioned, by Sanchez. But it doesn't matter. How did the Lumberjacks respond to the adversity, being down 22-0? They fought back in the second, or being down 15-0 at the half. Yeah, they allowed that opening score in the second half from the Raiders, but then coming back and making this a 10-point game, couldn't ask for anything better. Just seeing the fight in these guys. Last week is now a distant memory. Like tonight, we saw a lot of growth and a lot of promise from these guys. And let's hope and continue that these guys can continue to build off of this, what happened tonight, and hopefully translate that into a win going into Rusk next week. A lot to look forward to, and a lot of good things that we saw. Xander Rambula continued to run hard. Aiden Chavis came up with an INT. Joseph Parrish with the fumble recovery. Like, you saw a lot of good things here and there for the Lumberjacks in all facets of the game. And going into Rusk next week, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Jacks can build off of this.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. You know, like I said, just a lot of growth from last week to now. Super excited, super proud of the way they played. I mean, it's 15-0 at halftime. West Rusk comes out, big pass, pops a big pass all the way down, and to the 10-yard line right off the bat in the second half, score a touchdown. You're sitting here, you're looking 22-0, and at some point you're looking around, you're saying, okay, who's gonna dig in, who's gonna lock arms, who's gonna make a play and put a stop to the bleeding, or are we gonna let this happen? And it was really that point of the game. Diboll didn't let West Rusk have anything up until the final drive when they popped another big run. But from that only score of the second half until the last drive of the second half, Diboll's defense just played an excellent game. And the offense also executed much better overall. Got into the end zone twice, didn't convert the 2-point conversion, which would have made the game really interesting to get it to an 8-point game at that time. But there's a lot that they have, there's a lot that they did tonight that they can build off of for next week. And 22-12, it sucks, it's not a win, but it's definitely encouraging going forward.
Absolutely, Draylon. So again, your final score tonight, the West Rusk Raiders victorious over the Diboll Lumberjacks by a score of 22-12. As we're close to wrapping this thing up, it's time to present who our player of the game is for both myself and for Draylon Fussell. But before we get any further, I'd like to just thank all of our sponsors this evening who have helped make this broadcast possible. Terrell Insurance Agency for also being our scoreboard sponsor. Thank them for all that they do for the community as a whole and for Diboll ISD Athletics. For Mueller Inc., Cotton Co. for supplying us with our t-shirts. Really appreciate you guys very much for supplying us with our awesome Diboll Sports broadcast t-shirts that we're wearing up here. Thank you to PPR Industrial, the Jackbackers, and C4 Media. Without any of these sponsors that I just mentioned, tonight's broadcast would not be possible. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And for the second time in my 3-year career broadcasting Diboll Sports, I'm giving my player of the game to DeCarlos Sanchez. He made his first start of the night at QB, and although he has 2 interceptions next to his name, he was responsible for an awesome 19-yard touchdown pass to Kiwi Dill in the third quarter, and he also took it in himself on a 2-yard run. And besides that, he helped extend plays, and he just did what he needed to do to help will the Lumberjacks to victory. And I think he did everything that he could, and just went down fighting. So for me, my player of the game, no doubt, DeCarlos Sanchez.
So I think Sanchez did a great job. He really stepped up tonight when we needed him to. Needed an experienced, steady-handed quarterback, and he came in and provided that, and really did a great job leading the Jacks here. And I think going forward, I do believe that he's your answer at that position. That said, for me personally tonight, I'm going to give a game ball to Aiden Chavis. Had the interception, played a really, really good defense, made some really big hits, combined with McMillan over there they roam the same side of the field together with McMillan at the corner and Chavis at the safety position. I just feel like from last week to this week, there was so much improvement from that third level. And Chavis, I felt like had a really good ball game. Now, of course, there's always maybe I missed something or whatever, but for me, Chavis looked really, really solid this week, and hopefully he can build off that going forward and turn into continue playing like the great player that we all know he is.
Absolutely. So again, your final score this evening from Lumberjack Stadium, the West Rusk Raiders victorious over the Diboll Lumberjacks by a score of 22-12. Next week, the Lumberjacks will be on the road for the first time this season, taking on the Rusk Eagles, who are currently in a delayed game against the Mount Vernon Tigers. It's 33-21 in favor of Mount Vernon, with I believe it's either the fourth or third quarter in that one, but there's thunderstorms in the area. We'll see the result of that game as it plays out, but we'll see you on the road next week in Rusk. And before we go, on a final note, I just want to apologize to everyone for all of the technical issues that we were dealing with tonight. We were able to troubleshoot them, and luckily we were able to go into the second half, make some adjustments of our own, and able to get the broadcast up and running. So again, we want to apologize to all of our listeners wide and far who dealt with the issues along with us. So we thank you all for your patience and understanding, and we'll just again put this behind us and keep going forward. So for Jared Christmas, who wasn't with us tonight, and also for Chelsea Christmas, who was a big help for us as well, thank you guys. And for Geraldine Fussell, this is Alec Ray saying so long, everyone. Good night. God bless. We'll see you next week in Rusk. Go Jacks.
Attention East Texas businesses. Are you looking to reach a dedicated and engaged local audience? The Diboll Sports broadcast is the perfect opportunity for you. Our broadcasts are the heartbeat of Diboll Sports, connecting passionate fans with businesses just like yours. When you advertise with us, you're not just placing an ad, you're becoming a part of the community. With Diboll Sports broadcast, your message will be heard by thousands of listeners who live, work, and shop right here in East Texas. Contact Jared at C4 Media Productions today. Visit c4mediapros.com or give us a call at 936-304-0707 to learn more. Diboll Sports Broadcast. We are your hometown heartbeat.